Hello, welcome to this analysis of NQ. A little bit of the ES. It's Monday. What date is it? Monday, 28th of October. And Friday was interesting. What happened? Well, they made a big old push, didn't they? Big old push up. I was saying that if they got closes above this point here, I would expect them to take the high. They did. Notable thing that happened before this this push was this SMT. There was an SMT here on ES actually, and it was pretty heavy here. ES didn't push up half as much. Came into a little bearish kind of pull here. And it just swept the whole range, really. Just swept the whole range. ES kind of did what I thought NQ might do, but NQ actually just went like hog wild with the squeeze. So yeah, that was an interesting one. We filled more of the gap, I guess, which has me kind of cautious. You'll notice that that's my catchphrase, but it has me a bit wary. Coming into this gap again, we've come into it 3 times now. Looks like they really want to fill it. We left one down below here, an RTH gap, and that got tapped at the end of Friday. And then it didn't get filled fully, but we got a gap up on Monday. Kind of crazy kind of PA here. We're in a huge volume gap, you'll see. It kind of, with the amount of movement we're getting here, it does make sense that we're getting these big gaps here. It's going to be an interesting area. Yeah, so what can we say about this? I would call this a change of character. I still think that we can take liquidity into here, but because we're hitting shorts like this aggressively into this gap, the closest catalyst for me to be taking shorts is above here. So there's a 30-minute order block up here around this consolidation. I was talking about this for a while. It's the end of the gap. I would like to see this area hit before I short aggressively. We could tap this high and make some little retracements, and you know what? I might ride them a bit. But for now, I'm considering just taking some longs to target short liquidations. Coming to a 5-minute block here. I have a block lower that I would like it to come into. Don't know if we're going to get it. I did have a few areas here that were marked for shorts. I just don't like the way my indicators are looking coming into this area. I would kind of disregard this. I feel like we're going to break bullish here. Whether we get a reaction off here or not, I don't know. Depends when. We do have this huge imbalance down here. Like, we have a gap, like a massive gap, and then a huge kind of green vector push up. Inside this range, like, we're still bearish. We can get heavy retracements. And I wouldn't mind really testing this area and seeing if I could grab like a retracement. But the thing is, we opened so high for UK. I feel like the chances of that are growing like kind of less and less as we get closer to US. I just don't like the way my indicators are looking. Now, when I zoom out, it still has a case for it to swipe up here and be kind of an exhausted short squeeze. It does have that case for it to come up here and div, but I would say that it would need to be. I think we're going to spend some time in here. I think we will. This area down here It looks like there's a lot of liquidity, and you know there is, but I feel like they're not going to come back at this stage until they've done damage up here. I feel like that's the situation that we're in. Um, yeah, so this break of structure has been nullified. This is the last pull that I'm seeing, right? This one. If we keep nested in here for a long time, like if US really fails to break this like at all, which I feel like would be like not very likely unless we like tap this order block up here. We come a bit deeper in. But if they do swing fail this, then yeah, retracements would be kind of cool. We still haven't gotten a lot of closes up here. If we get a lot of volatility that doesn't really go anywhere, that just keeps swiping highs, then yeah, we could get a heavy pullback. This is a kind of imbalanced price, but they look desperate to be selling or to be hitting offers. Like they look very desperate with this kind of move. So don't just be careful. Just be careful. I have my pull noted here. Greater, we are bullish. We are obviously bullish. Dealing with a lot of resistance around here. And I have my levels that I was talking about earlier. So if we do come out of here, I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna let them consolidate. Not gonna follow any breakouts either. I don't really do that. Kind of breakout trades or whatever. I'm just gonna watch structure. The scary thing is like if we don't swing fail these highs, and we start really breaking structure up and getting a lot of closes and aggressive pushes up, like I actually have no idea where it could stop. I mean there are like I think it would be difficult trading around here. I think so. There are areas that it can reject from here. There are. I've marked them out. They're right here. But I think it's still... The farther away we come from here, the longer it might spend up here, the more dangerous I think it might be. The next 2 weeks are going to be kind of crazy, I think. I'm going to approach the markets with a lot of caution. A lot. Can be very unpredictable. And you can even see it like with the way that where the chart's coming and how it's left its areas and stuff. Like I think it's going to be a bit messy. Let's look at a quick bit at the ES. ES had a huge push down into structure, same as NQ. Still diverging, but it's a bit messier. It seems like it has another push in it. ES can just keep tapping into this infinite liquidity pool up here. But it seems to have had a bit more of a muted push than NQ. But ES can be relentless with liquidity, and we have this huge curve here. Like this is massive. This just seems to me like they want to suction it up into this area. So we could get a huge short squeeze on ES and NQ. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. This was an SMT. It is notable. It led to this push up. We could get one last push down around like on US volume. I don't know if that'll happen today or tomorrow, but we have an RTH gap down here, and they could just do what they did on Friday, but the other way, and fill the rest of it before pushing up. Right, they can do that. This one down here was mitigated, and this one is left here. Hit the 50%. You remember that. So, yeah, I feel like filling this gap, the rest of this big one that we left here, it could be on the cards. I'm gonna keep Mondays always quick. Alpha does his own analysis for Bitcoin, and he also talks about the ES and the NQ. I would suggest you watch those videos because he's great at what he does, and he has a good perspective, I think, on kind of bigger bigger plays. So yeah, check that out. I am going to stick to the kind of concise TA of what I see. I haven't watched this video yet, but if it lines up, then hey, that's good. Lower term time frames. Money flow is telling me like we could get a pullback, but I'm not getting the confirmation from the waves. I feel like this could be kind of a slow grind up. I'm not getting divergences that I want. Things are messy here. I'm not comfortable shorting this. I'm probably going to ride continuations from here into some like how do I say, like conservative take profit areas. I think. Yeah. So this push up, I was talking about, like I was actually really looking for shorts in this pull. They brought it right up, and US opened all the way up here, and just like it was such an aggressive squeeze. I caught a short. I actually traded US because it was Friday. I can trade US. I caught this short here. I wrote it down to open. This was massive. And I was like kind of slack jawed looking at it. Just the blatant short squeeze like that they did was just insane. It's been a while since we've seen something that blatant like this. Like this is like, I don't know. It reminds me of when I traded like flipping altcoins, or like crypto and stuff. Just these huge spikes up and down, like and contextually, I mean, like, so like here you could be like, oh well, this is a big short squeeze. Yeah, it is, but I mean, to me this felt way more warranted than this. Like this just was a bit extra. It was a bit extra. Yeah, it does happen. It does happen. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Could find support here to push deeper into this area. The pull that we're in is very large, means there's a lot of give for them to short squeeze, but also I feel like there will come a point that if they keep pushing this, like, we got to be really careful about the implications of it, because we have a small node around here, around the MPOC of this consolidation, but like in between it's pretty low volume, guys. You saw what they did here in this volume gap. From like above this block and maybe this high volume node up, it just looks like it could slice. So yeah, just be careful. I'm going to stick to some internal plays. I think. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. It's pretty short for today. I'm going to keep Mondays short. I let Mondays do their thing. Yeah, I might catch a trade today, might not. I don't know. We'll see where the wind takes me. All right, happy trading, guys. Peace, and we'll catch you tomorrow.